Isaiah chapter 24, verse 8. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. Shalom, all praises, glories, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Bachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have told me this truth, as well as men of like mind. Shalom wa chasad to the elect of the nation of Israel, whom are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelite foreigners of the sea land of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whom are scattered here in America, which is Babylon the Great, and abroad. To you I say Shalom and Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Ratazah. This lesson is edifying. In today's lesson, we'll expand upon this article, uploaded by npr.org, published on October 5th, 2020, Year Prophecy, entitled Regal Movie Chain will close all 536 U.S. theaters on Thursday, which is today. This article was authored by Bill Chappell and published at approximately 1:38 p.m. Now, some 40,000 Regal Theaters employees are now facing a furlough across the U.S. after the movie chain announced it's closing all locations. More than 7,000 movie screens will be dark in the U.S. this weekend as the Regal Theater chain said it will shut down all 536 locations on Thursday. The closure reflects an increasingly challenging theatrical landscape due to the COVID-19 pandemic and it's temporary, the chain said. Regal is shutting down theaters again, less than 2 months after it started to reopen U.S. locations in late August. The decision was announced after the James Bond franchise No Time to Die was shelved until 2021, further pushing back a release that had already been delayed. Regal is the second largest film exhibitor in the U.S., which obviously destroying this movie chain, because everything is being systematically destroyed in Babylon the Great America. A lot of mom and pop businesses have been lost. A lot of other businesses have been lost. People have gone unemployed and will soon go back to being unemployed after only just returning back to their work. And it's only going to get worse, man, as time progresses. Regal is the second largest film exhibitor in the U.S. after AMC Theaters. It is a subsidiary of Cineworld Group, which is based in the UK, where the corporation is also closing more than 100 theaters. Roughly 40,000 Regal employees across the U.S. now face a work furlough, the company told NPR. More than 5,000 employees in the UK will also be affected, the BBC reported. This is not a decision that we made lightly, and we did everything in our power to support a safe and sustainable reopening in the U.S., said Mookie Greidinger, CEO of Cinewood, nothing to change safety precautions for staff and moviegoers. Noting in a statement, Grinder emphasized that there has been no evidence to date linking any COVID cases with cinemas. He also aired frustration that Regal can't yet operate in New York State, a key U.S. market. See that? New York State is a key U.S. market. As a matter of fact, New York State is where the majority of major commerce is done. Major traffic, trade. As a matter of fact, you have the New York City Stock Exchange in New York City, which is one of the major hubs of trading in the world. To date, it says a key U.S. market, although some indoor venues such as bowling alleys and casinos have been allowed to resume businesses. It reads on to say, movie studios have delayed dozens of big releases over the past 6 months since cinemas sat empty or showed films only to limited audiences because everyone is going to be home on their TVs watching Netflix, Hulu, and whatnot. So those businesses are benefiting more than these theater corporations from this whole pandemic. So don't be surprised when you start seeing an extinction of movie theaters, man. The postponed title included likely blockbusters such as the superhero movie Wonder Woman 1984 and Black Widow, along with A Quiet Place Part 2 and Candyman. In addition, Disney shifted several high-profile releases to online only, including Mulan, you see? So now everything's going to be online only, digital. And that's the point, to make everything digital. The prolonged closures have had a detrimental impact on the release slate for the rest of the year, and in turn, our ability to supply our customers with the lineup of blockbusters they've come to expect from us, Grinderling said. As such, it is simply impossible to continue operations in our primary market. It says, while the company calls the closures temporary, it did not name a date for a possible resumption of business, saying it will continue to monitor the situation closely. In other words, they're pretty much saying we're not going to be reopening again, because that's exactly what's going to happen. A lot of these businesses are not going to be open again. They're going to be closed permanently. The coronavirus has hammered Cineworld's stock price, which commanded around $275 1 year ago. On Friday, the share price was hovering just below 40 British pound, about 52 US dollar, but with the new closure, it plummeted below 17 pounds, about 22 on Monday, before recovering some of those losses. This concludes the article. This is all signs that the Lord is causing the mirth, causing the joy of the land of America, Babylon the Great, to cease. We're at the end. Isaiah 24 verse 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. Oh man, not this again. We can't go back out there and go to the movies and go to the malls and go to the stores and party and have a drink and just have fun and peace. They're sighing because all of these things are once again coming to an abrupt end. Therefore, the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth. All the music that you used to hear in the cities, left and right, front and center, in, out, down, back, up, it's all ceasing, man. You don't hear it anymore. All you hear is nothing but the wind, and perhaps, obviously, traffic that passes by. But the point is, the mirth that America once enjoyed is no longer heard, is no longer seen. The merry-hearted do sigh, and the mirth of the land is gone. The mirth of tabrets cease. The music that you hear on your radios, Hot 97 and whatnot, it all ceaseth, man. The noise of them that rejoice endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth. Because right now we are in a season of mourning. They shall not drink wine with a song. And you could, then that's what Jake used to do. You know, might be passing by, you see Jake in a party or in a gathering, they might be holding a bottle of beer or wine or something that they be drinking, and they're laughing with their friends and having fun. You know, they're not doing that no more, and they won't be able to as time progresses, because all that will cease. All that will come to an end. They shall not drink wine with a song. You know, having their little chit chats, talking about different topics and things that are irrelevant at that, things that they have no idea of what's going on and what's to come. They just talking about, oh, you seen that game, bro? You know, talking about adultery, talking about drugs, talking about, you know, vanity. They're not talking about the fear of the Lord. They're not talking about Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They're not talking about the scriptures. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. And that's the time that we're coming into. The city of confusion. What's that city of confusion? America, Babylon the Great. Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. Babylon means confusion. It's broken down. And that's what the Lord has broken down America, Babylon the Great. Through his words spiritually, through his prophets. And now he's going to do so physically with all these plagues and pestilences. And ultimately the ICBM nuclear missiles. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. See, everything is closed down, shut down. There is a crying for wine in the streets. What is wine? Knowledge. So there's a crying for knowledge in the streets. Why is all this happening? The people out there that are oblivious, why is that? Why is all this happening? Well, all this is happening because wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and its hurtful works are fulfilled. And therefore the Lord is bringing all these plagues upon the world, specifically over here upon America, Babylon the Great, for all the iniquity of the wicked. Of the wicked and the wicked of his people. Because the Lord said that he's going to begin with the house of Israel. See, the Lord's about to bring judgment upon Israel, man. All the sinners of his people. Those out there that have been mocking and scoffing and scorning at the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Those out there that will be in a pitiful case. And that's when they're going to try to remember and cry upon the Lord, but he's not going to answer them. There's a crying for wine in the streets. Why is all this happening? What's going on? I thought everything was going to go back to normal. There's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. And that's what's coming. More imminent destruction, man. And everything else in this land is going to get shut down, and people are going to continue to lose their jobs and get forlorn. Then you're going to start seeing a very, very, very rapid high rate of homelessness very soon, man. Evictions, foreclosures, you know. So I pray this lesson was edifying to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim B'Kakodash, to the elect. Until the next I say, Shalom. Lord's willing.